You know, we realize that it's hard enough to get through every day when you're trying to figure out how you're going to get food on the table or how you're going to stay in your home. A lot of people are worried about these things, so we want to help people find relief, get access to resources, and bring light to problems that people are having so that we can find the solutions together. And we're also committed to answering your questions. We know a lot of you are having a hard time getting approved for unemployment or keeping your businesses afloat, and we want to help. Right now, one thing that's really been on a lot of people's minds is rent, because now many people have missed their April rent. We know the governor has put a moratorium on evictions, but that hasn't stopped landlords from trying to get those rent payments. Attorney General Bob Ferguson has had hundreds of complaints, and they continue to come into his office pretty fast. So what you need to know as a renter, you cannot be evicted and you do not have to pay penalties.
We've seen, for example, landlords who have started collection proceedings against tenants. We've seen landlords who are saying, if you do not pay the rent by the 5th, you're charged $50 a day in a penalty, right? And that penalty will be added on to your rent when you can pay it. You can't do that either.
The AG says he realizes it is hard for landlords and understands that they're struggling out there, but the federal government has taken action to help landlords so they're not facing their own foreclosure issues. At the same time, the Attorney General says landlords need to follow the governor's proclamation. The Attorney General says renters should contact his office if they have some cases or concerns about violations of this moratorium. But in the meantime, we're going to be talking a lot more about rent and also staying in your home. Mortgage deferrals is another hot topic. We would like to hear your stories as well. Text the word money to 206-448-4545. Ask us your questions, and also there will be information in that text so that you can find the resources that we've put out for you as well. Back to you.